Hello friends, so today in this video we are going to discuss theorem on cyclic groups. So the theorem says every subgroup of a cyclic group is cyclic. Here we have to show that subgroup of cyclic group is cyclic. Here first of all, what do you mean by cyclic group? Cyclic group is nothing but a group which is generated by a single element, right? So first write the given data. They have given the cyclic group. So we have to let us consider G as cyclic group. Let G be a cyclic group, right? That is G is equals to A. And here we have to show that subgroup of cyclic group is cyclic. So here we have to consider one subgroup. So let us consider H as subgroup. Okay. Let H be a subgroup of G. G is cyclic group, right? So, and one more thing, here G is multiplicative group. If G is multiplicative group, then obviously elements of G are integral powers of A, right? Since A is generator. So let us express G as integral powers. See, A power 0, A power 1, A power 2, A power 3 and so on, A power minus 1, A power minus 2 and so on. So elements of G are of the form A power 0, A power 1, A power 2 and so on, A power minus 1, A power minus 2. Okay. Now, let us consider these are elements of group G. Now here we have to show that subgroup of cyclic group is cyclic, right? So H also contains some elements of G, right? So let us consider case 1. Here we have two cases, okay? If H is E, if H contains only identity element E, okay? That means H is trivial subgroup, right? Now here we have to show H is cyclic. To show H is cyclic, one element should generate the entire set H, right? Here H contains only single element. And one more thing, A itself is the generator, okay? See, here E power 1, E power 2, E power 3, E power 4 and so on, E power 5 and so on. E power 1 is E, E square is E, E cube also E and so on, E only. So here we are getting E only. So H is equals to E. So this E is generating the entire set H. Then H is cyclic, right? Cyclic is nothing but it should be generated by a single element here. And you already know that E is itself generated. E is itself generated. Here E is generating set H, okay? So H is cyclic. So in case 1 we have got H as cyclic. Now case 2. Let us assume H is not is equals to E, okay? If H is not is equals to identity element E, that means H contain elements, right? Because it is not is equals to identity element E. That means some element belongs to H, right? See, elements of G are integral powers of A, right? I have considered H is not is equals to identity element E. In multiplicative group, identity element is 1, right? So, A power 0 is E. We have got, so delete this one and A power 1, A power 2. These can be elements of H, right? So, the elements of H are integral powers of A. Okay, write this. The elements of H are integral powers of A, right? Now, if they are integral powers of A, then if A belongs to H, then A power minus S also belongs to H. How this is? See, since H is subgroup, first of all, what do you mean by subgroup? Subgroup is nothing but it is a subset and it should satisfy all the properties of group, right? Existence of inverse is one of the property of group. If A power S is belonging to H, then A power S whole inverse also belongs to H. A power S whole inverse is nothing but A power minus H. minus s. So if a power s belongs to h, then a power minus s also belongs to h. Okay. S is not is equals to 0. How is this possible? See, I have told you in case 2 we have considered h is not is equals to e. Here h is equals to e only for a power 0, right? So here s is not is equals to 0. If s is equals to 0, then a power 0 will be e. But in case 2 h is not is equals to e. So s is not is equals to 0 here. Okay. And minus s is also not is equals to 0. Right. S is greater than 0. Minus s is greater than 0. Why have I written like this? See. This condition is satisfied for here s is belonging to integers s. What are integers? Integers are nothing but positive, negative numbers. Right. This condition is holds for all positive integers. But how does this condition hold? Here s is nothing but integer. So if I take s as some negative integer, okay, let us take minus 1. Minus into minus is plus 1. So plus 1 is greater than 0. So this condition holds good for negative integers. Okay. So if s is greater than 0, minus s is greater than 0, then a power s also greater than 0, a power minus s also greater than 0. That means the elements of h are positive integral powers, right? So there exists positive integral power of a in h, because as is also greater than 0, a power minus s is also greater than 0. These integral powers are all positive. Okay, so h contains all positive integral powers. Okay, now in that positive integral powers, let us consider m as smallest positive integer. Okay, so let m be the least positive integer such that a power m belongs to h. See, in between 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 is the least positive integer and a power 1 belongs to h. Okay. Here we have to show that h is cyclic. To show h is cyclic, h should be generated by one element, right? So here we have to prove that h is generated by a power m. Okay. Let us consider a power t belongs to h. Let us consider a power t belongs to h, and this is arbitrary element. Okay. Then by division algorithm, this t is equals to mq plus r. I have already explained you about this in my previous theorem. Let me explain you once again. If t is equals to 4, then 2 in place of dividend, 2 2s are 4. Not 4, let us take it as 5. 2 2s are 4, 5 minus 4 is 1, right? So here 5 is equals to 2 into 2 plus 1. Here 5 is nothing but t. This is m, this is quotient q, this is remainder r. So t is equals to m into q plus r. And I have told you that this remainder is always greater than or is equals to 0 and it is less than dividend. Here dividend is m, right? So this is the concept. A power m is belonging to h. Then a power m whole power q also belong to h. That means a power m is, take integral powers of a power m q times. See, a power m, a power m, a power m, a power m, and so on up to q times. How is this possible? It is h is subgroup here. Then closure law holds here. A power m, a power m, a power m, q times belongs to h. Likewise, if this can also be written as a power mq, right? A power mq belongs to h. Here existence of inverse property. If a power mq belongs to h, then a power mq whole inverse also belongs to h, right? Now what we have considered, a power t belongs to h, and a power mq whole inverse also belongs to H. Then their product also belongs to H, right? So a power t, a power mq whole inverse belongs to H. This a power mq whole inverse can also be written as a power minus mq belongs to H. If bases are same, powers can be added. A power t minus mq belongs to H, right? Here t is equals to mq plus r and t minus mq, and we need t minus mq. If I shift this mq to the left hand side, t minus mq will be equal to r, right? So a power r belongs to H. Condition for r is greater than or is equals to 0 and r is less than m, right? So we have considered m as positive integer, right? Here if r is equals to 0 or r is greater than 0. If r is greater than 0, then r will be less than m. That means we have considered a power m is least positive, and here we are getting smaller integer than m, right? So this contradicts our assumption that m is least positive. So obviously r will be equals to 0. Okay, let me explain you once again. R is greater than or is equals to 0 and is less than m. If r is greater than 0, that means it is positive, and one condition is there, here r is less than m. But we have assumed that m is least positive, but here r is less than m. That means this is the condition that we have assumed m as least positive integer is contradicts. So r should be equal to 0. Okay, if r is equals to 0, then t is equals to mq, right? So substitute t is equals to mq. Next, now a power t is equals to a power mq. This can also be written as a power m into aq, a power m whole power q. So a power t is equals to a power m whole power q. I have already told you that every element of group is if every element of group is equals to integral power of generator, then it is cyclic. If the group is cyclic, then every element of group is equals to integral of power of generator, right? So we have considered at belongs to H, right? If this at is equals to integral power of a power m, that means here q is belonging to integers. Here a power t is equals to integral power of a power m, that means generator here is a power m, right? If the group is cyclic, and then element of group is equals to integral power of generator, right? So we have considered at belongs to H. Then this at is equals to integral power of a power m, that means H is equals to a power m, right? So this a power m is generating the entire set H, that means H is cyclic. So this is the proof of this theorem. I hope you understood this theorem. In the next video we will discuss some problems. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel.